Hey, and welcome back to Bain's Bites. I'm Bain, and today we've got another one of Bain's buddies with us.
I'm Caroline. You can call me Sous Chef Caroline.
Bain's buddy. Today we're going to be doing something new and something different. We're going to be stuffing some peppers with a Mexican flair. So let's get started. You're going to wash up all the produce?
Oh, should I start?
So when you're making stuffed peppers, what's the first thing we got to do?
First, we have to wash our peppers.
That's true.
Then,
After that?
Yeah. Then we have to cut them. I like to cut the top off and then get the gunk out of it. But I've learned today that that is the incorrect method.
No, there's a lot of ways to cut a pepper. You can cut down the sides, you can cut the top off, but for the purpose we have today, we're going to cut them in half, core them out, and stuff them right in here. Let's go ahead and knock that out.
Apparently you get more bang for your buck this way. If you can't take the heat of the pepper, because you eat ghost peppers as like a snack, so. Okay, but every now and then I feel like. Yeah, honestly I do. You remember in Scooby-Doo, whenever they like are in the like zombie thing, and they're like Scooby and Shaggy are like, ooh, peppers, because they're in Louisiana. Oh, you remember they just start popping them and then like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the smoke. That's how I feel like how you like to spend your evenings laying them down. Oh, I can't make it even. Oh, it's gonna bother me.
That was not on purpose in any way.
There we go. This is important. I have to.
We got them laid out. What do you think we're gonna do next?
I think we're gonna saute the meat. Vegetables first. And then we're probably gonna put the beans and the corn all together. Saute pan. And then I think we're gonna stuff them.
Do you like a bunch of crunch in your pepper? Or do you like it to be a little soft when you eat it? So we're gonna roast these off at 400 degrees, which the oven's already preheated at.
Good to know.
About 10 minutes. Alexa, set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, starting now.
Okay.
So we roast for 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
So I have a confession to make.
You do?
I always hate whenever I make stuffed peppers because I don't do it right somehow. Like I usually put them with like in a Pyrex dish in the microwave and put like a little bit of water and get them soft that way and then stuff them and bake them. Mm-hmm. But I never like the like consistency of them.
What are you looking for?
Don't know. Because that's why I'm here.
See if you like these then.
I bet I will. I mean the ingredients are good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Sometimes I'm just like, well, why stuff them if you could just cut the pepper and have it all be incorporated? You know, that's my dilemma.
You can do that. You could make like a hash or a scramble.
Yeah.
Just gonna dice up the tomatoes we've got here. They'll go in with all the rest of the vegetables. We'll grab our corn out of the freezer here in a second and we'll start cooking.
Is that my cue to grab the corn?
Cool.
Okay.
We'll just throw it all in there for now.
Yeah.
Jalapeno.
You don't de-seed it?
For one, start doing a bunch of jalapenos. I like spicy. Every jalapeno is different. Let's see.
Is it spicy?
This one's not that bad.
It smells delicious. I do love the smell of the fresh pino.
All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to peel it right whenever you start to cut it because once you cut it in half, then it's easier to peel. Chef trick. Didn't you teach me that?
Mm-hmm. Makes life easier.
Yeah, and that's what Bain's Bites is all about, y'all.
That's right.
So, according to Bain, you gotta put your hand flat like this. This is just what I remember.
If you're going for a small dice.
If you're going for a small dice, yeah. Which I always like a small dice. Unless it's like fajitas. Do you notice how I'm holding my thumb on the knife?
I do.
You taught me.
This
is like actually a conversation that Nick and I have had probably 10 times. Because my dad, hey Todd, has always been like telling me how to like cook in the kitchen and stuff. Like we always do like dinners together whenever I go see him. And he always is like, well, you gotta cut it like this and like this and like that. And I'm like, what does that mean? But then Nick like walked me through it and told me what the this and the that were.
You don't have to.
No, but it was like, was nice because I needed to see it like slowly in action to learn. I'm a visual learner.
You're good. That's a perfect small dice.
Okay, onions done.
Get our black beans out, get them strained and drained.
Strained and drained, y'all.
Timer just went off. It's been 10 minutes. We're going to pull them off and cool them off while we get the rest of our stuffing set up. We'll stuff them up and get them back in the oven.
It's gonna strain it. That's incredible. That's funny.
So we got our corn, our beans, our jalapeno, our tomato, our onion. We're gonna go ahead and grab our turkey, ground turkey, get it in the pan and brown it up. And we'll put our vegetables in, start seasoning everything. Add the turkey back in, we'll get the peppers stuffed up. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Oh, I'm cooking turkey, Caroline. It's for them.
You really have me going.
Nope, pan should be hot. Touch of oil.
What?
You wanna season in layers.
Season in layers? Yeah, because you can always add more salt. You can't take it away as easy.
No. Add some more oil. Get the heat back on. Let that pan come up to temp. We'll throw the corn in first. It's kind of a hodgepodge at this point. We just want stuff to soften. It's going to bake in the oven as well.
That's true.
So we're just looking to soften everything up, get it seasoned. We'll start to season here in this stage.
Okay.
About half a bag of corn, what I had left. There's our beans, our onions, our tomatoes, our jalapenos, all the veggies.
Hodgepodge.
And again, you can add whatever you like in here. If you don't like tomatoes, don't add them. If you want it spicier, add some different peppers. If you want to go crazy, add a little bit of mango. Whatever you want. And now let's explore the spice cabinet.
Yes.
We got dried thyme, rubbed sage, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of coriander, a little bit of cayenne pepper, a bunch of ground cumin, and a little bit of chili powder. So as it's sauteing right here, the less you stir, the more the pan does the work, and then you rotate the vegetables so the pan can do the work on the rest of the vegetables. But as you're stirring, it doesn't get the chance to cook everything as quickly.
Oh.
A little bit of rubbed sage. And if you don't have all this at home, you don't need to add it. The biggest ones are going to be your garlic powder, your onion powder, your paprika, and your chili powder. A little bit of dried thyme. See all the water down there in the bottom? That'll help soften up some of these dry areas.
Oh.
If you constantly stir when you're sauteing, though, you just got to remember to let the pan do the work. So we've got a lot of vegetables that are really cold and we're not running max heat.
Yeah.
Now, if I just had like onions in here and I was running real hot, then yeah, I'd keep a constant stir on them. But when you got a big pot like this, you just want to let it start to cook all this liquid down and then we'll start to stir. All right, cumin's an important one.
Tell us why.
Because it makes it taste like taco.
Oh, that's the taco part?
What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. That does smell like taco.
Yep. Because you got to remember we're going to add the meat back in too. So it may look like we're over seasoning the vegetables, but we're going to be adding it to the meat.
It's nice too because this isn't all salt. You know, salt is really easy to overdo, I feel like.
None of these
and none of those
spices
have salt.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Yeah, I don't use garlic salt. I don't use onion salt. I just use powder or granulated.
Mm-hmm.
So some garlic powder since we didn't add any fresh. Onion powder. Paprika, give it a little bit of smoky flavor and lots of deep red color. Now we'll give that a stir. Let it saute for a few minutes on medium-high heat until it starts to get back up to temp. We'll add the turkey back in. We'll move on. So we've been cooking for about 10 minutes, medium-high heat. Keeping a stir on it, it's starting to dry out. You can see the onions are starting to soften. Everything's coming together. So here in just a second, we'll toss our turkey back in. And we're going to hit it with a splash of apple cider vinegar right as we bring it off the heat to help build a little bit of acidity in there. And just give it a little bit more depth. In about 10, 15 minutes, let's throw the turkey back in, get it warmed up. Mix it all in there. Get all the seasonings to coat the meat. And gives it a little bit extra flavor. All right, before we stuff them, let's make sure we got our seasoning ready.
That's good.
Too spicy?
I don't think so. I think it's perfect.
All right, so you can feel they're kind of soft, but they're not fall apart. Just enough. Now I've seen people layer couscous or rice at the bottom of these. You can layer cheese, but we're trying to make something a little bit healthier this time. So we'll stuff them full. Now I didn't say we're not using cheese. Just said we're not using as much as I've seen. So let's get the rest of these stuffed up.
If we could record a smell, like
Smell-o-vision.
it'd be over. Smell-o-vision. Yeah.
Because this stuffing right here is good by itself. Throw it on some chips and call it nachos.
Oh yeah, like cowboy nachos.
Wrap it up in a tortilla and call it a burrito. Put it on some lettuce, call it taco salad.
That would be a good taco salad filling.
That would be. All right, we got them all stuffed up. Gonna coat them with a little bit of cheese. The oven's still at 400 degrees. We'll put them in there. We'll set the timer for 20 minutes and then check them after that. How much cheese do you like?
I'm in Texas, so I think a lot of cheese is good.
It's here.
Yeah.
And these are perfect during the work week. You can cook them, melt them, and they fit in Tupperware. Perfect.
And they're just as good warmed up, too.
Yep. Let's throw them in the oven. We'll set a 20-minute timer.
Alexa, set a 20-minute timer.
20 minutes, starting now.
Awesome. All right, the timer just went off. It's been just over 20 minutes, so let's pull them out and see how they look.
Those look so good. Oh my gosh, I just got a whiff.
We got them plated up. I like a little dollop of sour cream on mine. You want one?
Yeah, I'll take a little bit.
Let's give it a try.
All right.
Oh man, those are good. I love those.
That's good.
Good? That's the official okay?
A lot of my stuffing fell out though, so I think I need to go for taste test round 2.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure it's still good. I'll blow on this one this time, make sure it's cool enough.
Delicious and nutritious.
I love that so much. It's so good. It's like spicy. It has a lot of that heat. I love the freshness of it all. And then like the crunchy cheese on top. So good. So good.
And delicious.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thanks for checking in and watching another video. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel and keep your eyes out for other future videos coming out.
Bye. This is honestly the best stuffed pepper I've ever made in my whole life. I wish I was lying, but I'm really not.